Yep. Continue. Got to find it on this one. Can't get to it. There we go. Okay. So I've got a new setup. I've moved things around, different cameras. So this camera should be nice and clear for you now because I'm using a different camera. So hopefully it won't be blurry, it won't be hard to see. So focus on this one, the one with my hands on it. That's where I'll be drawing. Okay, so I think we've still got a few new people. We've got some old people. Nice hat, Liam. That looks nice and warm. That's a beanie, okay. And Seth, cool. All right, so we're going to do some, we did faces last time, like shapes into faces. So we want to do a bit more detailed in that. So we're going to do more realistic faces, but we're still going to keep it cartoony. Okay, so let's start off. We're drawing 2 circles. Just keep it sketchy, like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then another one here. Okay, 2 big eyes. And then we're going to draw a line down the middle on both of them. It's a vertical line, goes from top to bottom. And then on one, we're going to do, now we're going to do horizontal lines. This one we're going to do it low. And this one we're going to do it high. Nazat, you have a question? You're not muted, so I can't unmute you. Anyway, you got a question there?
Zach, can you type in the chat? Look like your mic setup is not correct. Just type in the chat.
Okay, so I'm just going to move this camera in a little bit. So on this one, so we did the horizontal line from left to right, and that's where we go for the eyes. Nazat, I can't unmute you, so you must already.
I think you got a setup of the camera. The sound is wrong. Is that?
Yeah.
We can't hear you and you can't hear us. So check out your sound, or you try to log in again in Zoom. I think
now
we should move on.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do eyes on these levels. So eyes up high on this one and eyes down low on this one. So we'll start on this one. Let's just draw some circles for eyes, big round eyes, like that. And then we can draw some pupils in as well. Just color those in. So because we did the face, we're doing the face down low, so the nose and the mouth are going to be in here. Means we've got this big head at the top. So you can draw a hair, or it could be more of a baby face. So on this one, let's draw the eyes on this one now. And draw them up high. I'll draw the same eyes. Big round eyes. And then we've got this big space at the bottom that we can do a big mouth or just a big chin or a big nose. So it's opposites. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this one, to the one with the low line, and I'm going to draw just a little, maybe a little triangle nose. We'll give both of these characters a triangle nose. So because there's not much room here, I just small nose. On this one, there's more room, so maybe I'll do a big nose. Big triangle nose. And then let's do a mouth. I can still do a big mouth on this side, but it's very short. Little smiley mouth. A bit closer there. And this one, I could do the same mouth and have it up high, like this. Get a very sort of short smile. But I've got a lot of room down here, so I could draw the mouth really big, like that. A little tongue in the bottom. Draw some teeth in the top. A little smudge. So there's sort of two different characters there. I could have turned that into an angry mouth, drawn some angry eyebrows. Oh, why don't we draw some little eyebrows? Little eyebrows floating on top. Same on the other guy. Okay, then you could add ears and hair if you wanted. So ears is roughly in the same area as your nose and eyes. If you look at your ear, I'm trying to look in this screen and then the camera. So your ear is sort of in the same area as your eyebrow, between your eyebrows and your nose. So you can draw those ears in like that, between the eyebrows and the nose. Try and get them roughly the same height. But they don't have to be that big either. They could be small. This guy could have very small ears. And then maybe some hair. So this guy hasn't got much room for hair, so you could just do some tufts on the top. And this one, sorry, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. This one has a lot of room for hair, so you could draw big fringe coming down. You know, it could be even hair that hangs over the face like that. So if it did, you'd then rub out all that side. So you do different things. This one has a bit more opportunities to draw something different, to change it up a bit. Maybe we've got a fringe as well, so maybe it's sort of the whole hair is like that. So we've got the head pushed behind the ear on this side, but on this side it's hanging down in front of the face. Okay, so is everyone caught up with that? Thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Seth is good, Sally's good. Chris is good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is draw a couple of different shapes that we're going to turn to heads. So let's try a square. Again, they don't have to be perfect. And draw a line down the middle. Maybe a rectangle and draw a line down the middle. What about a pear shape? A big curve. All mine on slightly different angles. So there's three different shapes: a square, a rectangle, and a pear. And then I want you to decide where you're going to put the line for the eyes. Is it going to be down the bottom? Is it going to be up the top? Or is it going to be somewhere in the middle? So you can do them wherever you want. I'm trying to give you guys time to catch up as well. So once you've done all those, we will move on. But remember, these horizontal lines, you can put them wherever you want. You don't have to copy my ones. And then I want you to put your two eyes or one eye or even three eyes, however many eyes you want, in where those lines are that you've put in horizontally. And they can just be dots for eyes, or they could be big googly eyes, or it could be all kinds of things. I just did two little dot eyes on that one. This one, I might do one big Cyclops Mike Wazowski eye. Big circle. Highlight. Again, you don't have to copy my ones. You can make up your own. This one I might do more triangular eyes. There's my three eyes. And then, excuse me, and then go ahead and add in the other features. Draw some noses that might go along with these eyes. Like this one might not have a nose at all, but I might just draw a big mouth and some teeth. And this one, maybe it has a very long nose with a point on the end. And nostrils. Maybe this one has a little pig nose. You see that one? Big nose there. And then a long nose. And then no nose. Or you could have two little dots for nose, for nostrils. Just a little dunk dunk, like that. Up to you what you put in. And then noses and then mouths. So this guy has a mouth. I don't have much room in this little square for a mouth, so I might put it on the side. Like that, little smiley mouth to the side. You see that? So it's totally up to you what kind of mouths you want. This one looks a bit serious. So maybe I'll put his mouth down right down the bottom here. And then eyebrows if you want them. To show expression, if they're up high when they're happy or surprised, or this one I might make a bit angry. So I'm going to put his eyebrows pointing down towards his nose in the middle. So think about the face that you're drawing, and then draw the eyebrows and the mouths and the eyes that you find are appropriate. Alex, I can't see that one. It's really not very clear. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Good little face. This one, excuse me, I'm not sure it needs an eyebrow. I might leave an eyebrow off. I think I might turn that into a dinosaur. Oh, Renee, they're good. Yeah, very good. Has the square one got a nose? I can't see that one. That's good. Good job. Oh, look at that guy. You mean with the steam coming out of his ears? That's great. Wow. Drippy faces there by Seth. Drooling. Vicky, that's great. Yeah. Oh, I love the ears on that one, Fatima. It's really good. And Nuzhat, that's very good. Jaden, yeah, they're cool. Awesome. Liam, yours are too far away to see. I can't see yours. Okay. Yeah, good. Good. Nice, Sagan. Yeah, Vicky, they're good. TJ. Yep. Good job, everyone. So any sort of shape you can turn into a face. And then that works with the bodies as well. So let's get a new sheet of paper. We'll go back to a circle for the head. So we'll draw this one a bit smaller because we're going to draw a body as well. So if we had a circle for the head and a rectangle or square, big square for a body. It's going to say what kind of character we have. And then while we're at it, why don't we draw a square head, put a line down the middle. And what if we had a triangular body? So if these were two people, what could you see? What could you tell about the person from looking at these shapes? Now, this is sort of a very boxy because it's square, very sort of, it's stout, short, could be like a little fat person with short legs like that. And arms sort of hang down a bit. So we've got a very wide body. This one has a very tapered body and wide shoulders. So superheroes usually have big shoulders, or bodybuilders like that with small waists. So you could add arms and legs on like that, and it's going to give you different shapes to your body. And then, of course, with the head, with this guy with sort of the big bodybuilder, big muscle body, muscle-shaped body, you could do the eyes and the mouth, the eyes and the nose up high, and then that could leave you with a big chin. You could even change the shape of that too. Let me go for a different color. You change the shape of this to emphasize that he's got a big chin. You could sort of change it to this shape, like a parallelogram, like that. So he's got this big body, and up there is big chin. Then here you could draw the muscles. Looks like a big strong guy. But this one, you could even change the shape of this one too to be, it could be the same head as that actually. So they had a big chin as well, but if you're going to make this sort of a fatter person, they would have, a couple of chins with this small head at the top. Then this one, they might have a curve for the belly, some bumps in the chest, and you could make the legs really thick and the arms thick. Where the muscle guy might have thick arms because he's muscular, but he might have thin legs. So you can play around with different shapes. They could be men or women, and they could be animals or robots. Depends on the kind of character you want to draw. So why don't I let you guys now draw one for yourself? I want you to draw any shaped head with any shaped body, and then try and come up with a character, and then add some more details to it. I'll do one as well, so you can follow along if you want to, or you can come up with your own idea. Or draw something that already exists. You could draw a Spider-Man, or you know, a pony or something like that. Think about the shapes. So I'm going to draw something a bit cutesy. I'm going to start with a big head and a little body. So think about the character, think about the shape of the head, how big the head is. Is the head bigger than the body? Is the body bigger than the head? See, this, I'm going to use this as my head, and this is my body. But I could quite easily do it this way and have a very small head and a big fat body. I'm going this way. Yeah, so think about that. Think about where you're going to put your eyes in your character, and what shape are the eyes, what size are the eyes. And then where does the nose go? Does it have big arms? Does it have small arms? Does it have long arms? Does it have short arms? Same with the legs. Are they big, thick legs? Are they small, thick legs? Are they be short and thin, or long and thin? I'm not quite sure what these are I'm drawing yet, but I know it's small. I'll rub out some of my construction lines. I think this is going to be some kind of squirrel or panda. Maybe I'll turn into a flying squirrel, sugar glider. Okay. So yeah, try and come up with your own ideas. And break your character up into shapes. And then when you're done, put your hand up and let me see. That's cool, Audrey. Nice, nice billowy sleeves. Really good. What else we got there? Sally, oh, it's got a big round body. Okay, great. A triangular head. Oh, you're doing a little sugar glider there, Jaden? Or something similar? Yeah. Vicky, I'm trying to see what yours is, Vicky. Big round body. I can't see that. Oh, even bigger head. Oh, there you go. Wow. Great. Liam, long, looks like a skateboard with a head. It's very good. All right. So we can finish up those drawings. Still got a bit of time. Okay. So is everyone ready to move on? Thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Yeah, thanks, Liam. Okay. Half of you are ready to move on. I'm going to move that one out of the way. So why don't we try something a bit harder? Seth, that's cool. I like that. That's really good. What I want you to try and do now is something a little harder. We're going to try and do almost proper proportions for a human character. So I'll just quickly show you. So we've got a head shape, and then we're going to get a body shape, but that's just the, so this is the head. This is going to be the ribs. Then we're going to have pelvis, or the hips, pelvis. And then from that, we're going to have the legs. And from the ribs, have the arms. And then we can draw in the face. So it's like a stick figure. So that's sort of what we're going to draw, but we're going to draw it bigger and more proportions. So I want you to make a mark at the top of your page and then draw a line down. Try to keep this within the camera, and then there it is, draw a mark. So they've got the top and the bottom of your character. And then I want you to sort of measure that with your eye, find halfway. And then of that top half, find halfway again. And then the bottom half, find halfway. So you should have 1, 2, 3 marks in between on your line. So 1, 2, and then the halfway point, and then 1, 2, and then the bottom. So 4 sections, 3 lines. This is half. Just so you know. Now, has everyone done that? Some of you have. Okay. So in this section at the top, so I'm going to zoom in a bit. Just that first section, so that you can see that's the halfway point. So I've got 1, 2 sections. This first section is going to be the head and the shoulder. So I'm going to not come all the way down. So I'm going to put an oval in for the head, but not all the way to the mark. And on that mark, I'm going to do the shoulders. And you can put little circles on the side to show where the shoulders are going to go. And then roughly the same size as that head. So down a little bit, not all the way to the line. We're going to curve down like this. And that's going to be the rib cage. Remember over here, we drew that rib cage shape, half a circle. That's sort of what that is there. And then we're going to leave a little gap. So we're going to come down further. So again, this is the halfway point. That is the bottom. That's the bottom there. Come down a little bit, and then going to draw a rectangle for the hips or the pelvis. And you can draw circles on the edge of those because that's where the legs are going to come from. Okay, so now from those circles, you can draw a line straight down, either one, on either side of me. And then that's where we're going to draw the feet. You just draw them as triangles for now. And then from the shoulder lines, we can draw arms that come down, and the hands are around those hip marks. A bit longer. Like that. So I'll move my camera out so you can see the whole thing. There we go. We've got some proportions for a real person. It's not exact, still a bit cartoony, but it'll help you draw a real person. So let me grab a different color. I'm going to draw over the top of this. But before we do that, let me see. Can you hold up your drawings and let me see how you're going so far? If you got that skeleton in. Audrey, that's good, yeah. Seth, very good. Jayden, yeah. Nazite, yes. Oh, Liam, you just changed. Where are you? There you are. Yep. Good. Everyone's doing good. Okay. So now that we'll go back to the head and we'll start putting in a bit more detail. Let me just move that. There we go. Okay. So halfway down the head is where we can put our eyes. And then halfway from the eyes to the chin, do another line. And that's where the bottom of the nose is. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. Try to draw around the camera here. So there's the nose. And then somewhere from below the nose to the mouth, to the chin, you can draw in the mouth. Create some little eyebrows as well. I'm just going to swap colors so you can see what I'm doing that's different. Just readjust the camera again. Okay. So I'm going to add in a little bit of a neck and then bring that out to the shoulder and come around the shoulder. And then we'll come back to the body here, the rib cage, and I'll draw down the rib cage and then join it up to the hip. And depending on how you're going to draw the carriage, you might have bigger shoulders, you might have smaller hips, you might even have bigger hips. And then you get sort of that curvy shape. And then I'm going to draw, my legs a little bit wide here. Draw down the legs, halfway down the leg, and then you can put a kneecap in. And then the inside of the legs. So I'm drawing from the knee back up to the pelvis. Just a little line across there. And then back down to the knees. And you can draw a little calf muscle, so a little bump, and straight on the other side. And then let's go back up to the shoulder. Now where the shoulder sort of meets the body there, see those lines I just put in? Here and here. That's where the pectoral muscle sits. And at the top, you have a collarbone. Now, if you feel your ribs on the side of your body, and feel at the front, you can feel that it comes up, sort of up like this. That's where the ribs are there. And then where we're going, around the halfway line, if you can still see your halfway line, that's where the belly button will be. Okay, now we're going to go back over to the shoulder again. Halfway down the arm is where the elbow is going to be. So you put the little elbows in. And then you can just put little bumps to fill in the arm, the muscles. Depends on how muscular you want your character to be. They might just have skinny, straight arms, or they might have big, round arms. And then from the elbow down to the wrist, you can do a straight on the outside. On the inside, do a slight curve. And that's pretty much it for drawing a realistic body. And you could, of course, put in more details and draw clothes on them and things like that. Like I'm just going to put some underpants on this guy, some shorts, so he's not naked. There we go. Yeah, you can put detail in the hair and the head and the ears. You could even draw extra arms by using that same sort of skeleton. So just do one over here quickly. If I wanted to draw something that had 4 arms, so do the head sticking out here. Where the body's going to go. Like that. Maybe there's one here, and one here. I'm just drawing the arms from the shoulder point. See that? So you can, if you learn how to draw this little skeleton, you can change it up and draw different things as well. So we've still got heaps of time. So why don't we then use that skeleton and we will draw some other creatures using those shapes. Do you want to show me what you've got? How you went with your human? So hold it up. Let me see. Yeah, good. Liam, it looks like you've got a face on his chest. That's good. Sargon, it's nice colors there too. Well, Seth, that's really good. Sally, great. Audrey, that's great too. David, do you want to hold yours up a little higher? Ah, there we go. Nice, good work. Very good. Jaden, very good. Vicky, I can't see yours. It's a bit blurry. It's very good. Okay, so using that little skeleton guy, what if I drew, instead of a round head, what if I drew an oval head? And instead of a regular rib cage, what if I drew a really big one? Like that. And then a small pelvis. And then short legs. All right, so we're still using these same shapes, the same bones as this one. But see how I've changed it? Doesn't look the same, does it? And then what if I did long arms that came all the way down to the ground? It's like a big gorilla. You can draw in a gorilla's face. The nose, ears. Maybe it's got hairy shoulders, big chest, big muscle arms, because they're very strong. And then it tapers down to short legs. See, so you can get different things from that shape. You don't have to put those details in that, but you can if you want to. Now, what if I put all those bones that we used here from this little human guy into a different arrangement? Okay, I'm going to do one over here. So what if I give him an oval head again, or like that? And then here I drew the rib cage. So he has a long neck now. And these are the ribs. And so we draw that line down the middle because it's like the spine that runs down your neck and then your back down to your tailbone. So that's going to run down this way to the pelvis and then continue to be the tail. So I've got this long spine that connects the head to the ribs, to the pelvis. And we'll do the shoulder here. It's going to come back to the elbow, then down to the wrist. Do those a bit bigger so you can see them. Down to the wrist, then the hand and the toes. So shoulder, upper arm, forearm, hand, toe, or finger, I should say. So if we did the same over here for the leg, so that's the arm, same as our arm. This leg has the hip to the knee, the calf to the heel, the foot, I haven't done them quite the right size, and then the toe. So what we've just drawn there is the skeleton of a horse. Or you could even change up the size of the legs. It could even be a crocodile. It could be something like that. Just change the position of these bones, this little skeleton. So if you learn to draw this skeleton, you can draw horses. Let's put some muscles on this thing, some skin. Change the shape of it. I drew the head a little bit big. Draw a mane on. So have a look at if you've got a pet dog or a pet cat, have a look at their front legs and the back legs and see how they bend. Don't be too forceful, don't want to hurt them. But yeah, see how they bend the same as yours do. Like the front legs will bend like this. How am I going to do it like this? They won't bend the opposite way like that. They'll bend this way inwards. The legs bend the same as your legs. Because we're all built from the same basic structure. If you want to draw the other legs, you could draw them slightly at a slightly different angle, like that. Or have them mimic that same shape if they're very close. Or you could have them bent. So the horse's leg doesn't bend like a knee, it doesn't come forward and bend like that and have a foot. It bends like an arm. So it comes forward, goes backwards first for the elbow, then comes forward, and then you have the hand and the fingers, which is the hoof. So that one's correct, this one's wrong. Let's see. Oh, Vicky has a dog. Cute. All right. I don't have any pets at the moment. I used to have a cat. So yeah, look at your dog. Look at the way your dog's legs bend when they sit down, or just how they bend. So why don't we draw a dog quickly? So let's draw a big bean shape. How much time we got? We've got about 10 minutes. Okay. Bean bent like that. So this is going to be the bottom. This is where the tail is coming from. And then we'll draw the legs here. And then up here, we'll draw the head. So a circle. And then you want to draw the muzzle. Just draw a little shape coming off that. So in this one, we drew shapes, but you can still think of where those skeleton is within that. So like the rib cage is here, and the pelvis is there. So that those shapes will help you. It does look like a duck, isn't that, Jaden? Yeah, but we can change it. Add a little nose. The mouth, we can even open the mouth. So we draw a line like that to find out how long the mouth is, and then draw the bottom jaw. I'll rub out the lines that were there before so you don't get confused. There you go. We can draw one eye there and a smaller eye there. And you can either draw pointy ears or floppy ears. Depends on what kind of dog you want to draw. I'm going to draw floppy ears. Or actually one that's sort of half up. How about that? Okay. So the legs, which is what I was drawing this to show you. Let's draw where those front legs are going to go. So there's my two shoulders. And then it's going to come back to the elbow, down to the wrist, and then hand and toes for the paw. So you can then thicken those up and draw around it. I might add some fur on the elbow, some fur on the bottom of the foot, and then I can draw little toes and claws like that. And then, like I said before, copy that shape to get the other one, the other front leg or arm. Okay, so now we're going to do the back leg. Because it's sitting down, it's not going to look like, it's not going to look like this one, like that's standing up, but it's still got the same bones. So the hip's going to be here, the knees coming up, and then going back to the ankle, and then foot and toes. So when a dog is sitting down, its foot is flat, like our feet are flat to the ground. But when it stands up, it's going to be standing on its toes. So like this horse, the dog will stand on its toes and its fingers. When it's sitting down, it's on its fingers and its whole foot. So we can draw around that by giving it a bit of some meat on its thigh and some hair to its knee. And then the foot, it's rather thin. You can draw a little ankle at the back. And then it comes down to the toes with little claws. I'm only drawing 3 claws, 3 toes. They have 4 on the back, 5 on the front. And then at the back of that leg, it's usually a lot of fluff. Depends on the kind of dog you're in, a lot of fur. Like that. And of course, you can draw in the other one. I'm just going to sort of shade it in back there somewhere. More fur on the tail. And some fur for my dog, that is. Let's stand out a bit now. I've gone over it a bit darker. Okay. How did everyone go with the dog? Cool. Good job. Anyone else want to show me their dogs? Oh, Audrey, that's good. Sally, very cute. Jaden, that's great. Good job. Sargon, very good. Liam, nice. Seth, that's great. Oh, Seth did a tongue hang out. We can do that too. Vicky, all I can see is a big dark dot on yours. I can't see the actual dog. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right. So yeah, we could do the tongue hanging out. We could do him holding a ball in his mouth. You could add a collar. So drawing around the neck there. Little tag. Give him some teeth. I might draw a ball in my own Ivan's mouth, not a tongue. There we go. So you can still see the bones in there. You can rub them out if you want to clean it up and color it. All right, so we've got 4 minutes left. So why don't I leave it up to you guys to try and draw another animal or something else or a person using that skeleton. But it could be whatever you want. Vicky, you got a question? You want to unmute and ask a question?
Can we use text this?
Yeah, you can use whatever you want. There's no
Okay.
problem at all. All right, so Renee, that's great. Is he naked? You should put some clothes on that guy. Yeah, so use this skeleton again, and you can draw a person. Why don't you draw a person and an animal? I want to see two drawings. So you got to be quick, so you only got a few minutes. But think of a different kind of animal. Not a, what do we draw? Not a gorilla, not a horse, not a dog, something else. Renee, have you got a question? Is that what you do you want to ask? Yeah, I saw it. It looks great. Is his arm detached? Oh no, it's on the sofa. Okay, that's cool. That's really good. What about? Is he a bodybuilder?
I'm a carer. Like I get my carers money now. It's a bit more, as an income, but no one will do it on their own. So.
Did you want to say something about your drawing, Renee?
Live in it until my kids sort of.
No? Okay. It's very good. Yeah, so get sketching. We've got 2 minutes left. So think of something. Got a line here. I'm thinking head, something flattish. This is what I'm thinking. You can draw whatever you want. A longish head. A big back like that. Arms bent back. And then these arms are bent. Oh, these legs are bent forwards. 1 minute left, guys. You got to get your drawings done. A long tail. I draw a crocodile. So we're out of time, but quickly. Let's draw something else before Peter comes in and says we're out of time. Long face, big ears, squished up arms and legs. Tail. There's a mouse. So you can see how I'm using that skeleton. I want to draw a person jumping. Get all that. Draw the stick figures. This is more running, but anyway. So I use a skeleton to draw all kinds of things and people and poses. It's a good way to start to plan out your drawings by drawing that skeleton.
I think we're out of time.
We are out of time.
Yes. All right. All right. Can I ask everyone who take a photo of your work and send it to Brilliant Kids? Take the best one that you've done. Then we put into the online gallery. Okay. Yeah, just choose the best one and send it to us.
You did a lot today. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, cool.
Vicky, is that a big crocodile? Looks like a crocodile.
Let me see.
Look at that one for Audrey. That's great.
Can I see? Yeah, Audrey looks great.
Yeah. Renee, cute little bear.
Sally.
Sally, that's really good.
Yeah.
Very good, Sally. David, that's cool.
Queenie,
yeah.
Cute little bird.
So yeah, take a picture and send it to Brilliant Kids, and we can upload it to
All right, I'm
social
gonna
media.
unmute everyone to say goodbye to Mr. Evan, and we shall see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.